welcome back to what will be the culmination of Saturday's Smite Pro League broadcast. My name is Dean Brandon. Finishing up the day with me is going to be Adonis, and we're going to head back over to North America, where we're going to see eLevate taking on Enemy.
Yeah, this is going to be the Rookie Rumble, as FDOT called it earlier in the week. There's only 2 players, and they're both on Enemy, that have even played in the SPL before this fall split, and it was Vedium and Pain the Beyond, the dual lane coming up for them. And they're only 1 split deep. It's not like they played in season. Actually, Pain the Beyond played in season 1. I lied, but still, Vedium only played last split.
They've shown a lot more prowess than I think a lot of people have expected.
Yes,
they beat
by
COG.
far.
No one expected that. They did very well against AFK. And while I don't think anyone expected them to take a game on AFK, I don't think anyone expected them to do nearly as well as they had.
And it's not only did they do really well, you take a look at that game that they were down 2K. They got invaded. They lost buffs. Down 2K. At 2 minutes,
right.
And they were able to team fight all the way back. And while they did lose the game, they showed a lot of comeback potential. And even Incon actually said it when he was on the interview. He's like, this team, the fact that they're able to take such a beating early on and turn it around, even veteran teams struggle with that.
Most veteran teams struggle in team fights with a lead, and they played very well from behind. But they're going up against eLevate. These are the newcomers here. These guys have a little bit of growing pains. Scary D going to be joining the roster here after benching their solo laner, Giliara. So they're going to be working with a new roster this weekend. Now, Enemy still is considered one of the weakest teams in North America, right? Despite the fact that they're doing well, they're unproven.
They're definitely bottom 3.
This is important for eLevate because if they can take at least 1 game here, it'll show signs of life, show signs of growth. I'm still expecting Enemy for the 2-0.
I believe I went 1-1 on this. There's still a lot of unprovenness on both of these rosters. It's nothing that I could be like, yes, this team could 2-0 or this team could 2-0. Both can go off, but they can also both throw. And I'm actually looking at Metheria coming out from eLevate. He looks really strong.
He does. It feels like it's kind of Metheria versus the world here, but we're going to be jumping into P's and B's here. Let's finish up the day. Enemy versus eLevate.
eLevate will be a first pick, first ban, so they're going to be looking to keep Alquang on the board more than likely. If you're first pick, you're keeping that up. Yeah. And let's see if it's going to be a respect ban or they're just going to try and stick to the meta. They're going to take Geb away from Pain the Beyond.
Not a bad idea.
Never,
Pain kind of seen as the star for this, so taking this route is going to be very intelligent. Option to Enemy, Alquang, Cirquet, Bologna, probably the most popular of the bans. And we're going to start with Al.
And speaking of Cirquet, her rise has been so quick. This new Blink meta really allows her to get in and increases her already insane mobility.
Allied's very mad.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's almost like if you're second pick, you are forced into Alquang for sure, and you're basically forced into banning away Cirquet.
We'll see here. eLevate does have option. Metheria is known as their strongest player, so they try to want to leave those jungle options open. Janet's going to be taken away.
And he's had a lot of success on Batz, both versus Eager and then earlier on AFK.
That's true. That's true.
Batz is definitely a pick that we could see target banned away from him, but Enemy, they're going to elect to take out Bologna.
Now, will eLevate, I guess, value Cirquet over 2 other picks here? She is definitely the most sought-after god that we've seen today in terms of picks and bans. Getting through a lot and almost every time getting picked immediately. Athena, though, we haven't seen a lot of Athena today.
I like this pick, especially now that Geb's banned out. You're taking one of the 2 strongest supports, and many people are valuing Athena in this meta over Sylvanas. The Blink taunts are one of the strongest initiates in the game.
Ice is going to be countered?
Instant picked.
I think this is smart. I mean, she's just amazing. She's so quintessential right now. She does everything. She has CC, she has damage, she has control. She is the best objective fight in the game. I mean, she's just a wonderful pick. Couple that with Freya, who has a lot of damage. Right now, I'm looking at a Pythagorum's piece for one or the other.
It's most likely going to be on one of these gods. I mean, Freya works so well with lifesteal, I imagine it would go with her, but also just increasing the damage output from Isis is incredible. Medusa locked in, so the Mage look lane, or don't look away. What is? I can never get it right, Brandon.
Just call it Athena Medusa.
Athena Medusa. Bots, no surprise there. Now, this is a comfort pick for Metheria, but it works out. It's not, you can't go wrong with it.
I love this team comp. Athena dives in, forces beads. Medusa throws the ultimate out to make sure people aren't looking in that direction, and then the beads wear off, and then Humbot's making you scared.
Another thing, too, though, you know, we always talk about Athena being able to taunt. force players to look at Petrify, but the same thing can happen with Fear No Evil.
That's
You
true.
actually control the direction that people run. If you throw it behind them, they could potentially run into Medusa, hitting them with Petrify.
You will run exactly away from the totem. Whatever is the closest way out, your character will run that way.
Yes, Osiris locked in for enemy.
Early.
That's going to be going to the solo lane.
Early to see a solo lane picked up. We could see some jankiness coming out as a result.
You know, especially when your second pick, normally you like to save your solo lane pick to counter matchup.
That's right. I mean, and they had that here. I mean, solo is probably the most matchup dependent, which is why it's so strange to see the Osiris come out early, which is why I'm expecting something really crazy for the final pick here. We get more Sylvanas, we got a more support band. Sylvanas getting taken away, and then we have Agni as well.
I like this being taken away from enemy, but I almost feel like if enemy wanted to go Sylvanas to begin with, they would have grabbed it instead of Osiris. And this is kind of just enemy taking away a free ban, and Kali locked in.
So Kali's a little bit curious. While I think she is definitely one of the top 3 junglers in the game, most overlooked, she's incredible. They picked an auto attacker into an auto attacker into an auto attacker.
We're going to be seeing Witchblade.
Witchblade, Midgardian Mail, Enfeebling Cursed, just across the board. Just get them all.
Also, Runic Shield now. 20% attack speed reduction. Aura.
Yeah, actually, and that would crush Freya.
Against Freya and Isis, that's going to be huge. There's a lot of possibility to build defense into enemy without committing too much, and Bastet will be the last thing locked in.
Okay.
So, Bastet solo?
It's looking like Batz. I think last split would have been Batz. This split, maybe Bastet. It could go either way.
So, something we did see last game was Bastet was banned out in the third... Wait, no. No, I'm thinking of EU. I'm thinking of EU banned out Bastet, which I thought...
North America played this.
Yeah. Which I thought, you know, Osiris is locked in for the solo, so this may be a matchup that Bastet wins. I'm actually not too familiar with Bastet versus Osiris, though, to comment.
Okay, so they picked Sobek. That wasn't very crazy. I'm still kind of flabbergasted that they would pick Osiris so early, especially if they were considering Kali. Remember, eLevate didn't ban a jungler. They were planning the Kali pick. So why pick Osiris early? I guess we're going to find out.
Maybe it's something that they just wanted to not be banned away, because we are seeing a lot of Osiris bans in that second ban phase. And a quick group up by enemy. They're looking to find a pluck for sure.
And very smartly, the blue team, eLevate, not going to venture out into the jungle. Should they get caught here, Charge Prey will spell First Blood.
Yeah, and Pain Devion, he was looking for it, but recognizes that eLevate's not going to fall for any trickery.
See, I like that ward placement too, because it gives them a lot of information. If this says, hey, are you guys going to send 3 to red or 2 to red? Should we invade? Should we stay back? Are you doing your buffs? Are you doing mid camps? That one ward is going to give them so much information. There's also a protective ward here at the mid camps as well, but it looks like they're going to see a paradigm start as Scylla hugs the right side.
So Penny is actually subbing in for enemy here.
Oh, that's right. Look at that.
I did not know that.
So enemies solo laner normally... Escaping me now that I'm just
I know, I am too. I'm trying to think. Salt Machine. Normally it's Salt Machine, so Penny, you know, Penny's been around for a while, but here's a quick gank. There's nowhere for Met Yankee to go.
I mean, there is somewhere for him to go. He can go back to the base.
And he's going to have a quick trip there, going to be dead for only a couple seconds, but eLevate, they lose a kill and they lose mid camps as well, and I mean, Medusa can't even clear a buff. She's got to go straight to lane.
That hurt. You know, that to me looked like homework. The way that they went around where the ward was, they kept all of their options open. The charge prey was perfect. And really, Met Yankee is one of the 2 people that I would be targeting super hard, considering that Met Yankee is one of the 2 more veteran players on this team, along with Etheria.
A lot of aggression here onto this solo lane and onto the mid camp. Scary D is low, but who's going to secure these mids? No one really has the burst potential that they want to start it. They want the other to start it for them so they can finish it off. Overhand smash, Crush. It looks like Crush secured it.
I think that was a 1-for-1.
It was
like
really close.
Crush got one, looked like Wingus got the other. Either way, no one got the better, it seems. At least not from my position. Graphs showing that they go straight down, though, towards red.
Enemy? It could be. It's so hard to tell. There's that, but there's also the not. I don't know. I don't know, man. And Vicium continuing, or it's not Vicium.
Vesalius.
Vesalius continuing to get. I'm so used to because it used to be Gumi. Now he's name changed to Vesalius. And I'm like, I'm always thinking Gumi. He's going to be pressured out here. Wiggles to Bay, already being aggressive into the jungle, looking for another pick. Yeah, and they're actually going to see him walk by. I don't think Batz and Scylla recognize this. I don't think they saw him sneaking around the corner.
Look at this. What a great steal, too. They still have their buff on top for the purple, so being able to steal this away and still secure their own is going to put them in such a great position. Also, Painted Beyond, I love this play. They're not going to be able to kill him here, and if they force too much aggression, and look at this, blink in, double stun. Oh, Sentinel.
Yeah, they both have escapes, but a lot of poke out, and you saw that blink. That's a very early blink for a jungler.
I was seeing, like, this duo lane, they're going to miss some experience here. It looks like one creep. No, blink! I think he was able to hold that. That was a great blink.
Yeah, it looks like it, and they're just going to clear that wave. Right now, I mean, enemy winning across the board. You even see their solo lane. Currently, Scary D has been getting abused by Penny.
It's strange to me that he's making his solo lane pro debut as Bastet, a character that's not known to be a solo laner, and going into an Osiris nonetheless. That is not an easy match.
Bastet is like a ranked solo lane god.
I mean,
you don't really see it in
Osiris,
competitive play. Yeah, it's...
Osiris kills the cats. He has the Death Toll to heal up. He has Lord of the Afterlife, AoE from the Spirit Flail. I mean, there's so much potential to shut her ultimate down completely.
And he picked it into it, so it's something he was obviously comfortable with. And it looks like gold-wise, they're fairly even. Transcendent started up, so Scary D, he's gonna back early, but not able to finish it off. So he just got forced out from all the poke that Osiris brings.
That's right. He's still going to need, it looks like, another 400 gold, getting closer to 300, but it is 400 gold until he can go back again. So you're looking at about 2.5 to 3 waves with proper spooling for him to be able to get that. And that's assuming that he doesn't get stripped away.
Blink is still down, but only for a couple more seconds on Wiggles to Bay. And it's always great to have an aggressive start on Kali. Kali normally likes to farm, and if you don't have to worry about the opponent pressuring into your jungle, you get to your items quicker.
So, nothing crazy going on. The first blood from enemies doing well. We're seeing a very quiet Kali, strangely enough. But he went into that boots, got the blink already. How long? Let's see. Go back to Golden Hand here, Zayden. Let's see where Wiggles is at. Oh, the boots are done.
Yep.
The boots are done.
Yeah, that's going to complete it there. 1550. He'll be able to back and go. Or attack speed boots, actually. Or is it going to be pin or attack speed?
Well, there's no pin boots.
Well,
I'm still...
you're right.
Yeah! All right. Kali should be going into Warrior Tabby. Generally speaking, will give her a much bigger boost of damage early on, and you do want to get through the early phase. Ninja Tabby can be helpful, but it's not generally until we see the chin size come online. But we don't normally see chins until 5th or 6th now, so the Warrior Tabby is usually the better way to go.
Speaking of Kali, though, she's not going to back for the boost. She's actually going to be stealing away this speed. Did it go?
That was the same team.
Oh.
Yep. I do that sometimes.
Great, great attempted secure by Isis there.
I like this, dude. They're stealing everything away. They're going to lose a wave of experience, but honestly, it's totally worth it.
Pluck? Oh, Pluck just off the mark. Scary D would have been forced to jump, and he wouldn't be able to jump to his tower.
This could be a turnaround here.
Actually, Painted Beyond, yeah, he's going to be forced to ult. Cats are going to chase him down, and no one's trying to help him out with him, but it's not going to be enough damage to finish him off.
Not even close. They should be able to get away here.
eLevate wants to fight.
Does Mytheria have Blink? No, he's got to jump in. Ooh, and he took some damage here. A little bit late on that ultimate.
You know, I think he was expecting that to go much different.
Mytheria is taking a lot of damage. Beautiful taunt, gonna hit all 4. I'm a monster, gonna find a kill, and the reset.
Yeah, he's gonna do another hit, but even if he connects with anyone, it's not gonna be enough damage. But a great pickup coming out from eLevate there.
Met Yankee with that 4-man taunt, the dream. And now they're gonna lose their jungle as a result.
I like this. Mytheria is pretty low, but he doesn't have to worry too much. A 3-man stun. And we actually have a teleport in on the soul lane. Penny, he's back in this. Scary D is so low. He's going to have to jump away. So
they're not going to steal the jungle.
Yeah, they're going to keep their jungle alive.
All the while, over in the duo lane, we see Freya still by herself, left side. Medusa working her way back to lane. Finally got those dev gloves online. Got to deal with that Fatalis, though, and that's never a good time.
And he's already got a couple hundred gold lead. He got first blood, so it's going to be hard for Vesalius to get back into this game. He's just going to be looking to farm, not really trying to box out the Freya, especially once he gets boots online. It'll be too rough.
Now, Freya's going to go towards the purple. Doesn't have enough to finish her boots. In fact, we'll go back to Golden Hand. We're looking at 1,600 is the goal here. Freya only at 9, so it's up to her whether or not she's going to want to head back to the base for boots 2 or try to wait out that rather difficult 600 gold.
Scary D trying to find Penny. Penny, his ult isn't up, and now we actually see Athena ult channeled as well. Doesn't even need it.
Oh, no, he needed that.
Scary D.
That 25% damage reduction was probably the reason he lived through that.
That's true.
Strangely, though, Penny not using Lord of the Afterlife.
Early Gold Fury started up. Vesalius gonna see this happening, but he's not gonna be able to really stop it. He actually gets pulled into it. Yeah, enemy gonna be able to secure it. Vesalius, he's gonna get silenced out, likely to die. Actually, this could be a big turnaround.
He's trying for it. Unrelinquished, trying to line it up. Will find it, but no! A beautiful use of the destruction there. Keeps him alive.
Who's his target?
15% health. He's in trouble. He doesn't get bled, though. Beautiful shot there from Painted Beyond. The tail whip stops
Blinks
the
away,
aggression.
too. Wiggles just barely able to get out of that one. An enemy, they're going to be able to secure the Gold Fury. Great pickup by then. Extending their lead by a little bit. They did lose Chaos.
Not a lot. Vesalius, it was curious to me to see him make that attempt, considering the fact that he didn't even have his ultimate available to him. He was looking for an acid spray steal, and then the fact that he got pulled and beadsed very late. That was a 3-minute cooldown that he just threw in the garbage.
Yeah, and Penny trying to get aggressive. His ult's already forced out, and we can see what Scary D can do once Penny doesn't have that escape. Once he doesn't have that mobility, he can definitely 100-0 combo him.
So we're about 8 minutes in here. eLevate has a 3-2 kill advantage, but of course the goal is really where the story comes in. You see the graphs here, 1,500 still in favor of enemy, although the experience is pretty even.
And that's just eLevate getting multiple kills as well. I mean, they're not letting enemy run away with stuff. The gold lead is primarily that first blood in Gold Fury. Actually, I think that's the entire gold lead. Is that 500 gold after getting that pick, and then the Gold Fury. Here, though, Scary D, he's going to jump, but...
Beautiful ultimate. I mean, really, we shouldn't have seen Wiggles use the Nimble Strike so soon. Remember that when Bastet jumps, for 4 seconds afterwards, she has the opportunity to jump back, but more importantly in this situation, will gain a 25% movement speed increase. Even if that Nimble Strike would have landed, he wouldn't have had enough damage to kill her. By the way that he jumped, though, he did guarantee Bastet's escape because of the cat usage. It was a really good counterplay right there from Bastet.
Enemy, they're going to get real aggressive. Painted Beyond taunted out, but he's a little bit too tanky for them to burst down right now. Scary D going to rotate in after just barely escaping that gank. They lost their blue buff. Painted Beyond just barely gets his ult off in time. He's going to immune the Fear No Evil, and he actually may escape from this.
He's trying. Materia, he's slowed. Beautiful! Again, Painted Beyond having the game of the day for me. Oh, that tail whip, right after the heal, just keeping himself alive long enough for his team to answer back. That Yankee shouldn't have fallen there. It was Pain that allowed it to happen.
Penny, though.
Wow. He throws the Spirit Flail too soon. Still gets a kill with the sickle. Nice stun.
Yeah, Vesalius rotating in there. And that's going to be looks like a 3 for 2 in favor of eLevate.
Painted Beyond, though, I mean, that should have been much worse for enemy. The way that he played that was just unbelievably strong. There's got to be better communication on the side of eLevate. That could have been a 3 for 1 or even a 3 for 0, but they overcommitted to certain parts of the fight that were dangerous, and they didn't consider cooldowns. They're thinking too much about what they can do and not enough about what Pain is trying to think about.
And like you said, they split the team fight. They invested so much chasing Painted Beyond that in response, enemy was able to find a couple kills that they might not have found if eLevate was grouped as 4 fighting there instead of splitting up chasing a kill. Painted Beyond, though, this might be a bad spell for him. Oh, but he just gets out, doesn't get slowed by that monkey jump.
I love the old, hey, Pain, welcome back, right? As soon as he respawns, take 80% of your health. That's stuff that's very hard to deal with. Right side.
We saw this last time, but the stun comes out just in time. He's going to avoid the Athena damage. Doesn't matter, Scary D. The cats slowed him in place and finds the kill.
Met Yankee, beautiful triple taunt in the first team fight. His rotations over there has not only saved Scary D once, but just earned him that kill as well. Right now, Met Yankee, it's really Met Yankee versus Painted Beyond for me. It's which support can get around the map faster, who can control the team fight better, and they're pretty even in that regard, but because of Freya's amazing global presence, it's making her just a tad more efficient.
11 minutes in, 7-4 in kills. A lot of action in this game.
Yeah.
A lot of kills happening. You know, normally we'll see fights. Actually, blink it by Met Yankee. You were talking about it. Painted Beyond. He's going to fall there. Vesalius, nice pickup by him. But here we have the rotation from Wiggles.
Wiggles trying to do some damage here. Vesalius going to get away. Creeping Curse coming out from Athena. You're going to see her try to get around into the jungle. Materia here to cover, and yeah, that will be a wash. Beautiful
kill. Met wants
kill.
to fight. Met actually turns around to throw the reach out, just trying to get a little bit of extra damage. Met Yankee, he wants to keep fighting, and you can see him. He's actually already looking deep, going to throw out that sentry, not going to be able to catch out enemy's ward, though.
Etheria rotating in. Ice is forced to jump away here.
No beads? Beads.
Got the beads, yeah. I think that's a win.
That's rank 1
minute.
beat. That's definitely worth a huge taunt coming out from Yankee once again. Wiggles is going to jump up. He's going to pop Destruction. Scary D. I don't think that bleed will last long enough, and it does, but the 15% heal we see coming out from Destruction going to keep him alive.
All the while, though, Penny sending some damage into the tower. Going to back off as they begin their rotations over. Remember, doesn't want to take a lot of damage either from the tower. Scary D working his way back in, putting himself in an awkward position, but he still has his ultimate available to him.
Yeah, Penny, though, he should be he should be much safer here. And, you know, I have to commend Penny for staying even in gold. He does have that Gold Fury, you know, from earlier, but the fact that he's 1-3-1 to Scary D's 3-1-3, and they're dead even in gold shows a lot for me. Just coming into the SPL.
That's true. But, you know, there's a lot of newcomers on both sides, right? I mean, Pain to Beyond has been around for a while, but everyone else pretty much is pretty new here.
Forced out, though, and he doesn't have teleport for 20 more seconds. Penny likely to lose this wave if Scary D's aggressive, but Scary D doesn't have any wards either, and we actually have a big grouping on the left side as well. Wiggles looking for a kill, but Penny, Scary D's going deep.
It's a pretty free kill. There was not really a way for him to get out of that one. Penny should have backed.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know what he was doing. I said if Scary D wasn't going to be aggressive, he can get the wave, but then he saw Scary D walking up to him, and he still stayed.
Met Yankee charging up that preemptive strike. Gold Fury is available. We've seen one so far in favor of enemy. Are they going to start this?
Met has Blink as well, so he might be charging that just to bait them. Kind of throwing them off a little bit. Whoop going to keep Met at bay, and it looks like eLevate's just trying to find anyone out of position.
Mid camp's going to be taken by blue. Etheria will get one of the two of them, so slight efficiency.
There's
Blink
the blink.
over the wall. Wiggles, though, beautiful counter stun to make sure they can't follow it up too much. With that, it looks like Chaos will stay alive, but
unrelinquished.
for how long?
Oh, the snipe comes through. Chaos finds it with the Spirit Ball, and now Pain de Beyond. He's slowing Etheria. Etheria, he's going to get stunned by the tether. He has no beads. He has no jump available, and Vedium going to pick up that kill.
The jump actually came up right as he died.
Oh, that's
it was
just
like
hard.
a quarter of a second.
That's just, you know he's sitting there spamming it.
Just holding the one, like just repeatedly left-clicking and pressing the one. Met Yankee going to try to make the play here. No blink available. Must preemptive strike in. Scary D joining the fight. And we see Vesalius trying to make a play as well. No ultimate available for Medusa.
No, Scary D going to have to jump out of there. Oh, but there's the great banish.
Oh, bye-bye.
Another great stun. There's nowhere for Met to go. He's going to hit a taunt, but he's going to fall in response.
And look at this, Chaos against 2 right now. Moved up into a very dangerous situation, but knew that his team had his back. Scary D looks like he's going to try and make the advance here. Look for the steal. Still 40 seconds on Paralyze.
Pain de Beyond doing a good job, but they do have the silence for Chaos. He's going to wait for that to happen. There's the jump in, but the jump was way early. Just looking for damage on players more than likely.
And now Scary's dead. Ultimate's down. Wiggles still standing strong. Finds another kill. Puts him at 4-0-2.
Gold Fury reset, though, and everyone on enemy very low. They're going to have to back out of this.
Look at this, man. Kali, 7,500 gold right now. That's what happens, man. She starts creeping up on you.
Yeah, she's got Executioner finished. She's starting up either Kin's size or Executioner, more than likely Kin's.
I would say Executioner here with the Iqbal. The penetration with a coefficient from her passive is really important. It's possible that she'll go into Chins, but to me it seems a little bit early before the pen.
So eLevate electing to start this up, but I don't think this is the correct decision. We'll have to see, though. Pain de Beyond, he's going to try and steal, and I think Met Yankee's going to have to reset this. Fear no evil, though, to keep people at bay.
And beautiful taunt. I'm sorry,
wow.
Not even a taunt. Spirit Ball right from the bench. Oh my god, the team combo was absolutely flawless. Vicium finds a triple kill. So we got, what, a kill for Kali and 3 kills for Freya?
Yeah,
Lord, help you.
That's not a good look. Enemy, they're going to destroy that one. What really happened there is eLevate, if they wanted to do it, the second they saw enemy backing, they should have gone for it. Instead, they kind of chase enemy out and then sit in the jungle for way too long. They decided to start it, but by then, enemy had spawned up, they had backed, they had bought items, and they were so close to the Gold Fury. You saw that. They tried to use the Fear No Evil to get it low enough and then keep players at bay, but a great whoop by Vedium, locked them in place, reset the Gold Fury, and then just chaos comboed them. I mean, all 3 of them got bursted.
The 3-man banish, and they fell into the Spirit Ball. Like, that is just hell on earth. By the way, can we talk about the fact that there is a fed Kali, a fed Freya, still has an Osiris, and there's no Enfeebling, no Witchblade, no Frostbound Hammer, no Midgardy Mail, no Runic Shield.
It's a rough look. you know, I'm assuming that they wanted to build into damage early and then
You gotta
elect
change
to
it up.
go that later, but
You got to change. Like, builds can't be this static. It probably was up to Met Yankee to get away from the Sovereignty and go into the Midgardian Mail. There's just too many things that are applying so much damage that they're not changing.
So the big thing here for me, though, is that they picked this Bastet in the solo lane, and while it's done a great job in the individual matchup, like Scary D has soloed Penny multiple times, they don't have that warrior to build these utility items to shut down the hyper carries on enemy.
Wait, did Penny build into Heavy Hammer and then stop?
Yep, looks like he did.
What year is this? If this is 2014, this is good.
This is actually good, I think, at the beginning of
15?
2015 as well.
Maybe. I don't think so.
That was like
Oh, that was
split.
Worlds.
That was like summer split.
Oh, man. I don't know what year it is anymore.
It's
like Jumanji.
It doesn't even matter.
No, but for everyone at home, like Frostbound Hammer, 950 gold from the Heavy Hammer, increases the slow massively, adds an attack speed slow, 300 health and 7 damage.
Yeah, before Heavy Hammer used to be just so good.
It was the best.
For how little gold it was.
Best item
And Frostbound just wasn't worth it. Ever since then, we've seen buffs to Frostbound, nerfs to Heavy Hammer. Frostbound is the way to go. You want to finish it.
This is not something we should see here. You should always be finishing this item. He's put himself definitely at a major detriment by not finishing this item, considering the fact that they have it just by the Medusa itself. But Vicium sends a little bit of damage out.
A little bit of damage. That's a lot of damage.
You're right.
And now he's just going to juke through minion waves. They force Athena ult out. And actually...
Perfect bait. Perfect bait. But he misses 2 of the shots.
Man, that would have been a kill for sure. But he beats actually the taunt, and he wants to keep up this aggression. Met Yankee going to have to dash out. But
Freya.
I mean, he just 1 versus 2.
What a character, man. If she gets started,
they're done.
You have to find a way to stop her immediately, and they didn't.
Yeah, Vesalius is done here, though. Great rotation coming out from all of enemy. They're going to 5-man group on this left side and look to focus down this tier 1.
On Relinquish, you got to get out of there. Payne's looking for blood here. He's just trying to rush down Scylla.
At the very least, it scares them, and they're forced to go out, and they can focus on the tower.
And tower still stands, barely, though.
They have Freya, so they don't have great tower push.
It's 4-man taunt again. Rush hits 4. No reset, though. That was the key. They still find Vicium, which is important, but Wiggles is getting started. Wiggles found his target.
No, he found his target. Wiggles is going for Chaos. A great route keeps him in place. Wiggles, though, will find a double kill, and now Pain de Beyond going to throw him back into the team. Met Yankee, he's trying to escape, but look at him just crushing through there at Executioner, is doing so much damage. Triple kill coming out. Unrelinquished Beats trying to get away, but he's going to fall. That's going to be a quadra.
Are you serious? They just gave 4 kills to Kali, and this is the strength of the team comp. They're like, they have 2 insane hyper carries. Let's kill one, and then one dies, and the other one's like, but I'm alive and I'm invincible.
I mean, there's a 4-level lead on the junglers alone. Wiggles de Bay has been controlling the pace of the game. He's been invading with Pain de Beyond non-stop for 20 minutes.
Zayden, bring us up Golden Hand here. We want to see where Kali is. The Fatalis is done. That's very important. When she heads back there, it's only going to get worse. And at this stage, she can actually max the blink as well.
Yeah, I like this, though, here. They don't push the tier 2 tower. Gold Fury spawning very shortly. They're going to back, not risk getting poked out, finish the Fatalis, finish their big items, and then they're going to come back and force gold.
11-17. Enemy is only getting stronger as time goes on. They have an insane hyper carry comp here with 2 characters, I would say in the top 3 or maybe even top 2 of characters' abilities to carry the game. And I think Kali probably at the top of that list.
She is more than likely. I'd say Scylla isn't really a hyper carry, but just the potential to snowball a team fight is out of control.
Yeah, Scylla, Freya, Kali are usually where I go. Otherwise, like you have hunters like Apollo, really mess things up. But
that's more for utility, though, with the split push, right? It's not like I'm just going to kill you, heal up full because of my passive, and then kill more people.
But having 2 hyper carries on your team be 5-1-6 and 10-0-5, that's where things start to get out of control. Now, we're seeing player damage for Kali is actually on top. Gold Fury going to be taken down here. Wait.
Mytheria, he was just looking to force them off it, but all of enemy, they just dropped Gold Fury. Great call from them, and now they're going to look to find a pick and start this up again. Just barely off the mark. Hendavion not able to find the charge, but there's Heavenly Agility.
Heavenly Agility I don't think affected anyone except for himself and Freya, but that should be enough. Wiggles trying to find a way in. Vesalius taking a lot of damage and not answering much back.
Yeah, unrelinquished, forced to ult just as a defensive measure, trying to
Don't
get out.
do it.
He wants to get back in, but there's no way that's going to be possible. Just throwing it out there because he can. Wiggles to Bay,
Did you
and
see?
all of enemy going to surround Mytheria.
The circle of protection there brought VDM just slightly up so that he wouldn't go down to the overhand smash. Brilliant play from Chaos, keeping his hyper carries alive. Ice is sending damage really hard into Scary T.
Is that going to be enough?
Oh, wow.
The bleed? No, it was only the 3. I thought it was the bleed, but just the slow.
3 for
and
1.
Pain the Beyond, he falls, but he baits Scary D to his death.
Wiggles now, it's either Unrelinquished or Met Yankee who his target is. And that's really bad considering if either one of them tries to go into this, Kali is likely to get a double kill with that build.
They're
gotta let
trying
it
to
go.
get in here, but I mean, Penny can 1 versus 2 them right now. He has no magical defense, but he's just going to do so much damage to Unrelinquished. You see that? That's just a few auto attacks. Unrelinquished already at half.
And good use right there. Going to force them both away. They get the Gold Fury, and let's go back to Golden Hand. The story is Kali here. She's at 1,800. She still has her Bumba's Mask to sell as well. Not quite enough for chin size, but she's getting there.
Enemy esports, or excuse me, enemy. It's going to be hard for them to come back. Looking at it though, they're going to need a huge Scylla ult. They're going to have to kill someone and reset, and they need to somehow control Wiggles. They're not going to be able to kill him, or it's going to be risky if they could try and commit to kill him. They need to force his ult before the team fight gets bit. This is just rough for them.
We're
I'm just
right
trying
back in
to
the
see
same
what they
spot
can
here
do.
for eLevate though. No Enfeebling Curse, no Midgardian Mail, no Witchblade, no Runic Shield,
even
nothing.
weakening. I mean, look at all the healing. Wiggles, if he gets hit by Curse when his ult procs or when his passive procs, he's not going to heal
It's
up.
true.
100% healing reduction. Penny doesn't have any healing in his kit, but Chaos going to be healing a lot with that circle of protection. Vicium, he's got his own healing in his kit, and also Pandavion heals a little bit.
That's true. Sickening Strike heals probably for like 300-ish, off the top of my head, maybe a little bit less.
I mean, a couple times
Scary
in the fight,
D, no,
what are you
you
doing?
can't do things like that.
Yeah, he's ulting just to make sure he doesn't get chased down.
And now his cats are dead. That's gonna hurt.
Enemy, they're grouping up around Fire Giant. They don't want to force it, they just want to get a pick. They want eLevate to get out of position trying to defend it and find a kill. But now they're gonna barrel down mid. Enemy, eLevate, they can't walk through here. I mean, they can't. Pandavion, if he gets a pluck, that player's dead.
Beautiful sentry right there. Gonna earn a major point of vision on this map. If they start going for Fire Giant, it's going to force them through that corridor. And if they go there, they're going to understand which way they're coming from and how to counter. So Pain really having a strong tactic there by putting down that sentry ward in that specific place.
eLevate. They're trying to defend. Met Yankee cannot blink initiate. At this point, he needs to be using it for peel. He needs to save it for when Kali dives someone. If he uses it early, I think Kali just immediately dives onto his target and finishes him off.
They're going to steal away the red buff here. A little curious they're choosing left side of the map instead of right. Speed generally favored, but who's going to pick up the red?
Enemy is giving a lot of respect to eLevate. They're not trying to force the issue when, at this point, maybe they should. Wiggles is level 20. Vedium's level 19. I mean, they're almost capped out on experience on their 2 hyper carries.
Yeah, if you're going to have experience on 2 people, having it be Kali and Freya is definitely not a bad thing.
I don't think Kali gets any stronger than the point she is at right now.
Chin size.
But even then, like,
Chin size.
she does more damage, but I think eLevate by that time has more defensive. There's the blink in, gonna miss. Scary D just jumping away.
Wiggles right now is 1205. So if enemy were to win, do you think he would make player of the game? Hard to say.
Could be Chaos, you know. Wiggles is only done a little bit.
Sikkim and Crusher both down. That's going to be the rush in. Beads from Vesalius very early there. And a 3-minute Beads at 26 minutes into the... Oh, my lord! That was a big stun.
Oh, Pandavion, he's going to fall real fast in that fight, but the Scylla not going to connect. Vicium finds Scary D in the backline. Wiggles, he's not going to find his target. And actually, this looks like a win for eLevate right now. They've traded out 1 for 1, but they're full and enemy's low.
Right, but their one
No,
was
they're fighting.
Sobek. And we still have Kali if she finds her target. Remember, it's either Scylla or it's Athena.
Vicium, quick beads. He might be able to turn this chaos. He's actually going to run into the team, and he'll fall very quickly. Unrelinquished, able to find a return kill. And I was talking about enemy giving eLevate a lot of respect, but apparently they deserve that respect.
Bumba's mask still in Kali's inventory right now. Should be sold to finish up that blink, maybe even buy wards, considering she's still sitting on mana pots. But at this point, it's about eLevate. The fact that they won that team fight is huge. Now, they're not shrinking the gold lead by all that much. They're still 7K behind.
Oh, don't get caught out.
No.
Met Yankee, there's nowhere for him to go. His dash, I believe it's down for a couple more seconds.
Okay, creeping curse,
should
gonna
be fine
do well.
now.
That is a weakening, by the way.
Okay.
So still no attack speed reductions against the 3 attack speed characters.
I mean, the weakening is fine, though. I think against all the healing coming out from eLevate. I think
Sure.
the second we see that Ice Assault popped is when we're going to see that weakening curse come out.
I just don't understand why we don't have a Witchblade yet. Wait, teleport. Why are you having teleport? Did they dive in?
Penny just went, yeah. So Penny teleported in there, went on Met Yankee, but Met Yankee was just able to ult out. He was pretty safe there.
To the Gold Fury we go. 2 very high damage dealing. I would like to see this actually switch to Vicium, because he does have lifesteal inherent.
Actually, Pain Devion, he's zoning out 5, but he needs to be careful. Last time he was aggressive like this, he did fall under the tower. And now Vicium, enemy, they secure it. I got a little bit scared with that Bastet toss.
I
got a little bit scared.
Saw that whip come out. I really thought she was going to get it.
Blink hit by Wiggles once again.
Bye
That's his target. Vicium, he's going to find the kill, though.
They're trying for it again. Scary D out of position, low health as well. Yeah, Valkyrie's discretion will clean it up for the double.
Yeah, Vicium picking up a double kill. And now it's going to be really hard, right?
All their damage is
eLevate,
down.
when they could fight 5-on-5, it's one thing, but they don't have any ults up outside of Unrelinquished. He's only level 18. Metheria getting poked into that fight real quick. Wiggles the Bay. He's on that Yankee, and we already see the Creeping Curse used.
Bead's going to get used there. Destruction still available. It's 100% up to Scylla here. She has to hit the gnarliest I'm a Monster, and I don't think she's gonna.
No, Pan Devion just barely mistiming that. An enemy, they're going to push this Phoenix, but they don't have, you know, a true 80 carry to focus this down. Pain Devion getting very aggressive, going to get crit as well. He should be okay. And just going to go, and they're going to take this mid Phoenix for free. Metheria not really able to fight into this.
Scylla was healing for too long. She shouldn't have waited for full health there. She should have taken a tick or 2. Got out. Beautiful
This is a
combo,
great fight.
though. That's important. They're going to get 2.
Yeah, that was a great combination coming out. No beads available for any of those players. And eLevate continues to fight back. They're not giving this up for free.
What are they going to plan here? Scary D's going pretty deep here, perhaps too deep.
Not able to jump back, and Vedium's doing so much damage, but Crush gonna lock 2 in place. Chaos getting chased down by those
They
cats.
gotta go
Scary
to FG.
D. Scary D could combo this.
They got to go to FG. They need one person to zone. Everyone else has got to go to Fire Giant.
Metheria has Fear No Evil, but it's gonna miss a counter blink by Pain
He
to
went
Beyond.
for Pain. See, right there, getting the kill into Pain, not a big deal. He should have been trying to block
Metheria's
Vicium
trying to
out.
jump over this wall and can't find the spot. There it is.
To be fair, it's not a very easy wall to jump over.
This
Fire
is good.
Giant is gained.
Team eLevate, they're not only fighting back, they're bringing this back. Only about a 9K gold lead for enemy now, but they have Fire Giant, right? eLevate can fight this now. The gold lead, I'd still give the edge to enemy, especially since they have that Phoenix down in mid. But eLevate, they have extra damage and extra regen.
So, Kali went into Bloodforge here instead of more penetration. Puts him in an awkward spot because he's not really getting a chance to lifesteal. Lifesteal's great for 1v1 or 1v2 boxing situations, but that's not what we're seeing. And given the fact that a lot of his damage is stemming now from the chin size this late in the game, of course coupled with the penetration, the lifesteal's really not going to be all that high.
The lifesteal won't be too high, but you kind of look at it, right? On eLevate, there's no one that's stacking defense outside of Met Yankee. Scary D does have 15 protections on that shifter shield, but it's not that much. His penetration should be okay with just Executioner.
Looking across the way, Scylla spear right now. Gonna require a lot of setup to get the full spear off. If she's gonna hit that I'm a Monster for full damage.
Not still, you know, his build, he doesn't have Rod of Tahuti yet. Electing to go, he wants, see, this is what the thing with me. He's going Soul Reaver here, but I feel like that's gonna get procced before I'm a Monster goes off.
Right, and it's probably gonna hit a target that's going to have maybe a lesser value to that. Someone like Pain to Beyond, where it's going to do the most health but be the least valuable in the team fight.
I'd rather see Rod of Tahuti. I just think that burst trying to get the alt reset is more important than the Soul Reaver because, like I said, it's down for 60 seconds. He's going to throw out a Crush. He's going to throw out a Sentinel. He's going to throw out something before he uses I'm a Monster.
It's true.
eLevate, though, they're just going to focus on farming for now. Enemy, they're grouped up on that left side, but it doesn't look like they want to push down anything.
I just don't know what to say here. I mean, there are so many things on the map right now that eLevate should be grouping up and pushing for with 5 people with Fire Giant.
It's risky, though. I mean, they're still fighting into these hyper
But they got to
carries.
take it, right? Because what's going to happen is at the end of this Fire Giant buff, enemies just going to come back for them. At this point, they're farming evenly, which is not in their favor because there's not really hyper carries on the team. Unless Unrelinquished finds a ridiculous I'm a Monster, they should lose the team fight. They should be pressuring into towers right now and trying to use their superior advance to go for gold. Maybe try to even it up a little bit.
Yeah, they're just farming across the map. It looks like they're not grouped up taking one tower at least. Like you said, they are getting gold back. Can we take a look at the gold graphs real quick? It looks like they haven't swung it back too much. You can see that dip from Fire Giant, but ever since then, Enemy has been farming as well. I really don't think that Enemy is getting that much stronger than the point they're at right now. The later this goes, just the more even eLevate makes it.
See, that's the case, in my opinion, in a normal game. But when you have Freya and Kali on the same team, that's not the case here.
Mm-hmm.
The longer they take this game, the less Fire Giant they're going to have. That's just the end of it. They need that sustainability to last through all the nonsense.
It looks like they want to fight this Gold Fury, though. Gold Fury already under half. Pain trying to zone. A huge taunt! A huge Fear No Evil! 4 men, all blown up.
They're trying for it. Penny forced to ult away. Pain getting some damage off. They're still going for the Gold Fury. Very strange they spent so much there. Chaos in the back line. Not in a great spot here.
This is a good fight for eLevate.
Pain's blocking.
Pain's going to die. Chaos, he's caught alone. That's going to be 2 picked up.
There we go.
Enemy, they committed so much trying to get that Gold Fury. eLevate.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why they decided to spend so many spells into gold they didn't even need, but because of that, they're going to give away that entire lead they just gained in terms of the 1750. They just lost right there for 2,000.
There's still Kali and Freya up, though. They need to be careful. They can't commit too much. They have no big teamfight ultimates up. Oh, actually, Scylla didn't use I'm a Monster. No beats available for Kali either. They could look to combo her.
I'm a Monster going to hit only Penny, not go
Who's
for
the target?
reset. Phoenix going to fall.
Wiggles, is this his target? It's not. Destruction going to be used. Vedium going to pick up Scary D in the backline. He's looking for Met Yankee, but not going to find it. Vasily is going to pick up that kill. Only Vedium remains. No beats up. He does have his ult, though, and Penny is full life. It looks like eLevate. They're just going to take the Phoenix and try and escape.
The tether going to be wasted. He immediately applied the Judgment Tether, but Vasilius dashes away, puts it on cooldown.
It looks like they're going to get out of this for free, but Enemy, the players that just spawn, are now barreling down this mid lane.
How long until the Fire Giant's up? 17 seconds. They have an advantage with Wiggles still being down. They need to start rotating over towards the other side. They got to get ready for this FG, and they have to burn it down before Wiggles gets back, but no one's starting to make that play. Enemy has control of the area.
I mean, eLevate was solo. They were forced to back. Mytheria was on red health. And now Enemy, like you said, they have control of the area. eLevate, they've brought it back a little bit, though. Ward coverage is in favor of Enemy.
Here we go.
They're not electing to start it up right now.
Met Yankee keeping Penny honest here, it seems. Throwing out that Confound pretty early. Not sure what he's planning to do. Mytheria forced the beads.
That's rough.
He's got Blink still, but I mean, he has no defensive measures at this point.
He's going to have to sit in the back of this team fight, and he's actually going to back Harpies on left. I know he's trying to heal up with that Bumba's mask, but way out of position. He's actually doing red now.
Yeah, this is weird. He's very far away. Very far away.
But at the same time, Enemy's not taking advantage of this. They don't have vision on it, so they can't just start at the Gold Fury knowing that they're on the wrong side of the map.
Did he maybe just not clear the whole camp? Let's
no,
find out.
I'm assuming. Okay, so he dropped it.
Okay.
But he can't pick it up.
Oh, he can't pick it up.
No, he was just doing it for the health regen. You could see him. He was poked to half, already back at full because of Bumba's mask. Here's the advance they want, though. Vicium, beads are forced.
That's a good beads trade. They need some pressure.
They're going to wait for Met Yankee to have his taunt up again. They're waiting for it. They're not going to engage until it's there.
There was that Soul Reaver. Pain going down about a fourth of his health immediately.
Mytheria, he has no beats, though. He could get bursted down, and there it goes. He gets Fear No Evil off just in time, but Chaos does take him out. Destruction have activated, and it could be a spill. Vicium zoning out 3 in the back. Vasilius just trying to stay alive, but eLevate, they've already lost 2.
That's right, and with that, Wiggles actually manages to stay alive. Aegis Pendant not going to do anything for you there, buddy. See you later. Taunt's going to find 2. Yeah, where is the I'm a monster? You got to pull the trigger.
He just doesn't have the damage to burst anyone down. They know they have to get the reset if they want to fight. I honestly think eLevate should give this up. I think eLevate should give it up. Let enemy just waste as much time as they can.
If they have I'm a monster, they got to go for the steal.
If they go for, it's risky.
They can't let them get this. If they give Fire Giants and Freya and Kali, the game just ends.
Unrelinquished, no beads. He's gonna, actually does have beads, might be able to get out of this. Heavenly's popped. Vicium, though, going to be chasing him down. I don't think he's going to be in range for the whoop, and I'm a monster used defensively.
And now they're going to be giving it up for free. There's no way for Athena to do this by herself, especially with that
They wasted so much time, though. All of eLevate is spawning back up. They're going to be able to team fight at least at the Phoenix.
Fire Giant will be taking a second one of the game here. It's a 1-for-1 trade there, but enemy definitely has a pretty demanding lead here. 10,000 gold, 15,000 experience, albeit there's not a lot going on in that department. Pain's 1 level ahead, Wiggles 1 level ahead. Everything else has been normalized. It's going to have to be a perfect team fight. We need to see another big 3- or 4-man taunt into the Medusa ult. If we don't get that, it's likely we're going to see Kali just run through this fight.
The only fights we've seen eLevate win have really been these just perfectly synergized combinations after the fight already happens. Big fight happens, beads are used, and then Met Yankee hits the big taunt, and then Vesalius hits the big petrify, and then we see the I'm a monster connect. I don't know if enemy's going to allow them to do that, though. They may just full commit next time.
Trying to clean up the jungle. eLevate getting everything that they can at this point. No one on the team positive or even. We have -2, -1. I'm sorry, yes, there is an even there with Unrelinquished, but then -5. Although that is the support, and they seem to show signs of life in team fights, but it doesn't usually equate to much. They've won 1 and maybe a half. Most everything has gone to enemy so far. And what a lot of that comes down to is the fact that, you know, they have this Kali getting so many kills early on, and now she's such a menace that they're forced to control the fight in such a weird way that it's very hard for them to get started on the side of eLevate.
eLevate, they're going to give up this tier 2 tower. Smart decision by them. They can't fight into this. They have to fight on that Phoenix. Reminder, though, that mid-Phoenix has been taken, so it's respawned, but at 50% health. It may be something that enemy wants to focus on, and you can really already see Wiggles Debay off to the side. The question is, who is his target? That's an important factor in this team fight.
Vanish going to go up to try to keep distance. Not going to find it. No one's pressuring into the tower despite the full wave. Very strange. Playing very patiently, uncharacteristically patient with this lead that they have. Eyes on Vicium here, trying to burn his way in.
Pain Devion wants a pluck, but he hasn't been connecting with them too much. He's gonna, if he misses the pluck, he gets out of position. So I think he's a little bit wary of trying to do that. There's a whoop though, and it looks like Pain Devion going right to the back line, gonna disrupt them with that knockup.
They're trying to burn the Phoenix down.
Pain Devion's taking a lot of damage.
No Hunter forces a very long Phoenix fight. Pain very low here, gonna be picked off. Penny low as well, Circle of Protection not gonna do it.
I'm a monster. Wiggles finds his target. I'm a monster, not going to connect. It's been a 1-for-1 so far, but the Phoenix is still up.
Plus, they lost 1 person with Fire Giant. That's a good win for eLevate. Where was Kali? Why didn't she dive to the back line? Or I guess she did. Perhaps that was the target?
Yeah, she got her target.
Oh,
Vedium, though, he's trying to go deep. And now Wiggles, he's so deep, but he's going to fall. Destruction was down. He was looking for his target, but he couldn't chase him. Scary D just going to barely live. Valkyrie's Discretion, not enough damage.
It would have been
Phoenix
enough damage,
will fall,
but
though.
Again, he's spamming it from the sky instead of taking his time with the shots.
Oh, look at this. Look at Scary D. He's teleported into the back of this. He could look for a kill, but he gets whooped. No beats available.
He will jump out of there.
Yeah, just a defensive measure. We saw this last time, though. eLevate finds a couple kill and chases enemy through their jungle.
They got to be careful here. There's amazing turnaround potential.
There's just no beats. There's no beats for them, so it's too risky to try and find these picks, especially, like you said, against this Isis.
Scary D getting a little greedy. Nice use of Athena ult, though. Gonna stop him in his tracks. Matheria took a lot of damage there. Fear no evils, not gonna do the damage they need. Vicium trying to throw enough into Met Yankee. Oh, Myth went too far.
He went way far. Pain Devion, he's already spawned. Penny, he's going to hit the slow on Vesalius. There's nowhere for him to go. He's going to beats it, but Penny's just going to chase him down. Pain Devion, he finds the pluck. Chaos finds the snipe, and now Scary D under half. He's being chased down, and Pain Devion looks a little bit too fast.
Still 7 seconds. He's slowed. He's gone. They've got 2 left to try to hold this one out. Left Phoenix did fall. Middle Phoenix is the next target.
They're down for 40 seconds. That's when Mytheria spawns. This is a 5 versus 2 until then.
Whoa, the dodges. Pain just barely sneaking through there, threading the eye of the needle accidentally.
I think they're going to try and end. They have enough damage. They have Vedium here. He's so much, and they're going to be able to zone him out with Pain the Beyond. This should be game. It's already at 6,000.
Beautiful.
Doesn't hit the reset, though. Unrelinquished, plucked back into the team fight. Penny's going to find him. The Titan's at 4,000.
Wiggles is back. Titan super low, and yeah, botch the team fight, turn it around. Enemy going to take game 1.
Wasn't clean, but they looked good. Both teams looked pretty solid. A lot of team fight potential coming out from Mytheria and the
eLevate
crew.
is looking like a 2006 Halo team. Mechanics are good. Communication is decent. They're chasing too many kills.
They chased real deep there, especially in that last team fight. They pushed them off, but it was against the ISIS, and we were mentioning it as they were chasing, right? No beats up. It's really risky to dive onto an ISIS who has so much control.
Silence.
Penny had a ton of damage as well.
Spirit Ball, Circle of Protection. Myth dives into the back line, finds himself in the base again. And then poor Scary D. I mean, Bastet just doesn't bring enough damage at that stage to like burst someone like she could do at level 9.
Yeah.
So this put them in a really good spot to turn it around, which enemy does immediately. Finds 2 big kills, chases them through the jungle. Vesalius couldn't get away, and then just 2v4. Eventually the Titan falls.
Enemy, though, they started off strong. They found that early pick for first blood, and they kept the pace of the game going. eLevate, they had some nice turnarounds, but it was really off perfect communication and a couple players really hanging back. And you can see this first blood that really put Medusa in a bad spot. And, you know, we really saw Vitium get off to a strong start with that first blood.
You know, a lot of what makes Freya not a top tier pick always is the fact that her early game is terrible, right? She has poor clear, she's unsafe, but when you give her first blood and then put her in the hunter role and have a support protector, it gets a little bit easier.
Yeah, and Pain the Beyond, he had a big game as well. I don't know who player of the game is, but I'm assuming it's Wiggles. I mean, the guy was 12-0-5 in the first 15 to 20 minutes.
He ended 14-3-11.
Yeah, 65 fantasy points coming up for him.
What?
Yeah.
That's definitely the highest.
It is the highest.
Holy, Wiggles taking the lead here. And you can see, I think this is the quadra kill play.
This is
he
the
takes
quadra.
it slow. He takes it so
The
slow.
reset.
First thing he finds is his target, right? Becomes unstoppable. Next thing he finds, extra damage for the double. Keeps it going. He waits for his team, and again, takes it slowly. By the way, you probably shouldn't be taunting the collie. It's just not a good idea.
Probably
Finds
not.
the target again. Now, we're going to see him get away here, but Pain able to slow him down just a little bit, and then just dive there. Spirit Flail, quadra kill.
No Pinta, though.
No
so
Pinta.
sad. So sad.
But he found a quadra, and those are very rare.
Yeah, and Wiggles, he started off strong. We didn't see too many kills afterwards, but the damage had already been done. He was the reason enemy got that 10k gold lead, and then we saw that 10k gold lead persist for so long.
I know we're watching Wiggles, but that was chaos right there. Chaos is Circle of Protection. The small amount of damage decrease kept Freya alive, and then he pops it to keep Freya alive through the overhand smash, and by that point, Myth was just stuck there looking for the trade, and he just got blasted.
So we talked about Wiggles having the highest fantasy points we've seen. Let's take a look at the rest. More than likely going to be enemy across the board.
61 points for Vitium also would have made him the highest that game.
Yeah, 54 points for Pain and 51 points for Chaos. And even Penny got off there, 43.
Yeah, 43 is very high. That's incredible. Some of the highest score, I think that was probably the highest total score we've seen by 50%.
Easily. I mean, no one could have matched that.
That's incredible. Congratulations to you guys. We still have another game to do, though.